just turn that off. What a load of racket. What am I doing? What am I doing? Flailing around, fingers all over the place. Can I just talk about something that's a little bit controversial here, man? A little bit. And that is the fact that I just use a single mic in the room. And I know it irritates everyone. But like I've said before, for that, I do not apologise. Let me explain myself though. So it could be for a lot of reasons, couldn't it? Could it be that maybe I'm making some sort of statement, considering the fact that how the landscape is out there these days with, you know, certain individuals. I mean, what do I know? You know, I'm sort of new to the scene. Not exactly. You know, I've been retired for many years and now coming back and trying to kick all the doors in. But thank you very much for your support, by the way. I can't believe it's like 7,500. It's unreal. Unreal. And for that, I do thank you. I was going to say I do apologise, but I mean, I apologise for subjecting you to all this racket, but thank you for following. Anyway, let me get back to my point. Yeah, is it that I'm trying to make a statement saying, you know, none of this miming that's going on. I want to keep it real and raw and live. And, you know, warts and all, mistakes, all that kind of thing. Is it that I just, want to make some sort of statement, you know, that I'm from the old school days? Or is it that I prefer the sound? You know, there's an argument for that. I love the sound of the big live sound. None of this digital just going straight to your ears. Or is it a multitude of reasons? Right, you ready for the real reason? Right, everyone. I'm in my 40s. I haven't got a clue how to work all that sort of stuff. All of that, you know, like taking this and going in and Logic and doing that and then another mic and all this type of stuff. I've had people try and help me with it, but I'm just like, I can't do it, man. I can't do it. The second, you know, my buddy Lewis tries to tell me, so all you do, take the audio, run it into the... I'm just like, oh, I can't lose it, will live. I can't do the... So, yeah, the fact of the matter is, I'm doing it this way because I'm old, you know. Well, I'm not that old, but I just can't. It just does my head in. All that trying to cut and paste and edit and all that. That's why I've got Chris who helps me, you know, with all this type of stuff. And I try and keep things as simple as possible. I just play, send him the video, and then he chops about and tries to make it sound a little bit better. But if I can just go back, I do actually stand by my points. The first one being, I just love the old school way of someone with a guitar ripping it real, you know. I totally get the whole, you know, you record it in and then you play along with it, and I understand that. And in a way, I'm a little bit envious because the fact is I can't mime to save my life, you know. I've got this album coming out at some point, and we've thought about making a few music videos and stuff, and I just can't do it. I just cringe beyond belief. I'm there going, oh, yeah, man, yeah, I'm not even playing it. Oh, I just can't do it. I just feel stupid. And then, strangely enough, if I mime along with it and I don't get it quite right, I'm like, oh, I can't do it. Not good enough. So that's the first reason. Is it is a case of I want to keep it as real as possible. Secondly, it puts me under a bit of pressure to push me forward, trying to get exactly where I used to, where I feel I used to be when I was in my prime, in my heyday. But also forcing me to, you know, push myself a bit further. Main reason being, I want to do it live, you know, especially with, you know, like, I'm sure you're all aware there's a couple of projects going on here, man. Some projects, some shenanigans going on with my brother Rick. And the plan is we can take a 2-man show on tour and do it live and just smash it out. So it is putting myself under pressure to play certain stuff and be able to just do it, you know. So that is it, pushing myself along there. And then the last one, to be honest, I just think it sounds better. Maybe I'm wrong, you know. And I probably will in time when I get the right equipment and I get a bit of help and a bit of encouragement from you know, kind people out there supporting me. I will do it, you know, and maybe set it up a bit better or whatever. But I just wish you could be in here because it sounds epic. Oh. especially you whack the chorus on, you've just got those soaring lines, man. I mean, I've got a big stereo sound in here. It is a shame you don't quite get that effect, but you get the idea there. Those screaming, like, just to get that massive screaming sound there. I don't know what happened there. I control my camera with my watch, and I think I turned the camera off. So apologies. I was trying to hit a harmonic anyway, and I kept messing it up. I've got to admit, that's one of the things I do, because I don't have a whammy bar. I actually utilise harmonics there to get a lot of that screaming sound, especially the higher up as well. It is hard to do, but you can get it anyway. Anyway, like I was saying, those sounds, that big live in the sound room, and the pick on there, I really love that. You know, hearing one of my favourite things ever is Rick did a video. I'll turn that off. It's going to piss Chris off. Rick did a video called Killer Shred Technique, that's it, and it's just him, you know, and he's live when he's got a little bit of lights on, then the camera's sort of panning around, and you can hear it's just in the room, and it's one of the most amazing things I've ever heard, just that sheer grit on the strings, smashing it as he does. And I just love the same thing. It's just always been my favourite thing, that huge sound. One of my pet peeves is watching you watch these videos about where they're testing amps and stuff, and they're chatting away in the room. You know what I'm talking about here. And they're chatting away, going, "Oh yeah, it sounds great," and you can hear then it cuts to the audio, and it's clearly a mic right on the cab. You imagine your ear, and it's like your ear going straight up to the cab like that, and you just hear this real thin sound, and then they cut away. And for a split second, you hear the warmth of the room, of the resonance of whatever's going on. And I'm like, oh, come on, man, it sounds so much better if you just let the cab fill the room, But hey, maybe I'm wrong. I'm totally open to you guys, changing my mind in good time anyway. But yeah, anyway, I ramble on, but that's the real reason. Is I just can't be arsed trying to set it all up and do the loading it in and loading out. I'm too busy concentrating on just trying to play again, fully getting right back in there, rather than fanning about with all of the editing and cutting and then loading audio, video, visual. I just can't do it, man. I'm too old. But anyway, I hope you let's see if you agree. You can type in the comments and, or call me a moron, oh, I hate that sound. Or you can all say, yeah, maybe I agree a little bit. Or whatever. Either way, I'm set in my ways for now. So so I'll leave you with that. But thank you so much for following and supporting. And let's look forward to so much stuff going on in the future. And again, let's see if I can actually get a bit smoother with all the editing and all that sort of stuff in the future. But as for now, thank you so much for watching. Let me turn the chorus off. And I'll see you next week.